Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'm Munje.
And I'm Siata.
And welcome to another episode of On the Scene. So today we're going to talk about just current events and what's been going on in the world. Our best friend Beyonce has stopped the world again with the release of her Coachella documentary out on Netflix, and also the simultaneous release of the soundtrack to the Coachella performance. That she's put out on, I think, all the streaming platforms. Mm-hmm. I got Tidal for 30 days, y'all.
Oh, you got it just for this?
No, girl, I actually got it. I got it when Nipsey passed, and I think I was gonna have a way to tune into the funeral at work.
So make sure you unsubscribe.
Because we're gonna hit the unsubscribe. Listen, but back to Beyonce.
Yes. So you've seen it. I haven't seen it yet.
No, I've seen snippets. I've seen pictures of our little nieces and nephews. Rumi and Sir,
the baby,
finally.
Yes,
but I don't blame her for not showing y'all the pictures as much as y'all talk trash about
too
Blue.
Much, yeah.
I wouldn't show y'all the baby pictures neither, cause y'all can't act right. Don't be talking about people's kids.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
I don't blame her.
You know.
But so, what did you think about the snippets that you saw?
It was exciting to see. She had snippets of her like in the hospital. Okay. I think about to deliver. I think there were snippets of her like in between rehearsals, breastfeeding, which I think was like really awesome. Kind of like an ode to just like not even just motherhood, just like the balance of life. Right. I think like anytime that you're committed to multiple things, whether it just be like your family and work or like your passions, there's like the task of trying to like divide yourself and then be the best woman you can in every aspect. So I think it like says a lot that, you know, I mean, I know she has like a huge team and a whole lot of help that we don't have, but still it says a lot that she's still committed to being like A1 entertainer and in her career, and also being a very dedicated mom. Yeah,
and she's really innovative. Like she always finds a way to like wake us up in the middle of the night, like, oh, it's just 3 a.m. B just came out. What? Like, let me get up. I don't care if I have work. I don't care what I have in the morning. I don't care if I have work. Right. Like, listen, I'll be late to work for B. But
and I mean, I know she can't be everybody's cup of tea, but I was listening to the album actually like on the way over here, and it was just like you just can't like sit still. Like you gotta bounce in your seat. She got DJ Khaled screaming in the background. So like. The reason why I haven't watched the whole documentary is because I need to like clear my basement out.
I need time
put it
to
on
really,
the big screen.
Right.
I got to have snacks for my kid. I got to be ready because I got to, sweat out my press. I mean, you can't sit down and watch. You got to you got to give yourself a full experience.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully this weekend I will be catching up on that.
Right.
Oh, Rihanna and Childish Gambino.
What do they have? I've seen little snippets of that, but I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, so it's like a musical. Supposedly it's like 50 minutes long of him just dancing from the little snippets that I saw. He's like dancing, which by the way, I don't really care for his dance.
I was going to say, now wait a minute.
Like like This Is America?
I'm thinking about This Is America, and the dancing was not it. It was not it. It was not it.
Dancing, yeah. I wasn't with it, but I mean, it's fun, whatever. Yeah. So he was like singing, dancing, and then Ree looked amazing in the video.
She's always so gorgeous.
Yeah, she looked gorgeous, just like that natural beauty, like the light was hitting her, really, yeah. So, but it's 50 minutes, so me and you, we really have to like sit down and watch life, y'all. But we'll
get it together. Can we go back to B for 2 seconds? I did want to speak on the fact that like I think that also she has like some very iconic like historical figures and just figures in the culture, just like being featured throughout the film, which I also think is just huge. That she always finds a way to like. Just kind of like put the culture on and be like find ways to just put in like positive representations of Black people. I think colorism plays such a big role in our society that I think B doesn't get the credit for being as pro-Black as she is, but I always see her supporting Black designers, supporting Black art, drawing on the past of Black cultures. Yeah. And some of the other artists that people will say, oh, I prefer, this person to do that to Beyonce. I feel like it's just like an issue of color. Her being light skinned don't make her any less Black, y'all.
That's true. That's like a whole nother.
It's a whole nother video.
We'll have to delve into that. But
it's a whole
but that's
nother
real.
Video. But I mean,
colorism is real.
Give it up for B. B's an icon.
No, B is great.
I stand.
You part of the Beehive?
I don't like to go crazy about anybody, but I stand.
But you stand. All right.
I think I've finally gotten there.
Yeah.
I'm a Michael Jackson stan. I'll admit that.
I love me some Michael.
But I will definitely stand.
I'm not even gonna lie.
I'll stand for B. I think she's
great.
earned it at this point.
Absolutely, she's great.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
Nipsey's passing was
so tragic.
Yeah.
What I hated though about it was everyone coming out Illuminati,
because
he's doing the Dr. Sebi Sebi's documentary.
I'll say this, like, Black people have a healthy
and I get that,
mistrust of I don't know, police or authority in general or the government in general.
Because of the past, right?
And I think that is justified, given like not just history, just given present, So I do think there have been a lot of our figures in the past who have been targeted. So I understand why people
who've been assassinated,
have that healthy, But then when the evidence come out and it looked like that ain't it, y'all gotta let it go.
But they still know, right? And they don't. They're like, no.
Y'all gotta let it go. When the evidence come out and that ain't it, and you see the man, on tape, unfortunately, murdering somebody, you gotta let it go.
But the whole thing was just really tragic. And
speaking of which, I just wish we could be like more tasteful in times of like tragedy and loss. Like people posting videos of or pictures of like him deceased. I even think it was in poor taste to post videos of like the actual killing. Like how desensitized are we that like we are okay with watching somebody's like life being taken?
Yeah. No, it was like her like going to hospital and so it's a lot. But I mean, I think
we know what happened. Like, do we really need to like go about like posting it?
I think that's the age of social media and just technology. It's just like, regardless, it's gonna be out there. There's gonna be some mofo.
I think it's in poor taste still.
It is. It absolutely is. But I think it's just difficult to not.
These people may be famous, but they're still people. Like I would hate it if like my loved ones,
of course,
final moments were being passed around all over like the internet space.
Yeah,
I think that's horrific. I didn't appreciate like all the memes that people had up. Don't waste time in life, because Lauren, what if you spent all this time with your girlfriend, you could have got married and you didn't. I mean, what does it matter? Like that, they shared a child together. Clearly they were deeply in love and they were anticipating a future together. What does it matter if they had walked down the aisle or not? It really, it doesn't matter. Like, they were in love and they lost each other suddenly and tragically.
Yeah.
Like,
which can happen to anybody, whether you're married or not married.
I mean, so.
Yeah, but
people get married and divorced every day, B. I don't think. I don't think that really holds any relevance to the situation.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate though at how he passed. Being that he was such like, he just gave a lot to the culture. You know, he was doing a lot for his community and just trying to do the right thing. So it was really just sad.
The positives about it are, I mean, not that, there's anything positive in like a tragic killing, but the positives that came out of the whole situation, for me at least, like, I'm not from LA, but my dad used to live out there, and like California always does it so big. I am happy that the community really came out like in full force the way they did, from like the procession to filling up the Staples Center.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was a lot of love.
It was so much love. The only other celebrity to have a memorial service in the Staples Center had been Michael Jackson. Imagine that. Think about how long Michael Jackson was in the game.
That's so crazy to really think about that, right?
Yeah, like the man really gave back to his community, and I think even if it was in his final hours, the community showed like, no, we care about this person. Yeah. So that was huge.
And even if you didn't know much about him, like I didn't know much about him, I just knew of him because of him dating Lauren London. But after like I did my research and all the things that, he was trying to accomplish and he had already accomplished, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It
was amazing.
Yeah. But
I think his mother, like, and all the things that she had to say just really were a testament.
She had a lot of gems in her.
A lot of gems.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing for me was like a testament to trusting God. Like it's such a beautiful thing when you trust God, because I feel like
she was so at peace.
Not that there's anything in life that can't shake you. Like, and she admitted that she had like her moments.
Of course,
but
yeah.
At the end of the day, like, she was grounded in that faith that, you know what? There's a perfect plan for life.
Yeah.
This may not have been my preference, but if this is God's final say, then I trust that He's still going to take care of me at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And that's just...
It was so comforting to watch.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my gosh, she's so
really
like
was.
resilient.
It really was. It really was.
And Lauren London too was really strong.
She was really strong.
Like, I wasn't expecting her to be.
She was very strong. No, I was actually afraid to see her. Like, I was afraid.
Yeah, I remember you were saying, you're like, oh my God.
I know.
Yeah, but no,
I was afraid.
Like, she really handled it really well.
The person who I was worried for was a poor brother. Oh my God, he cried the entire speech.
Yeah.
But you gotta love Black people. Every time he would start to break down and cry, they would just start cheering.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, you know, just
encouraging
a lot of love
him
there. Through the whole
it was
thing.
good to see.
It was really beautiful just to see the support.
And there was one thing that Lauren said too, actually, that stuck with me. She was just like, you know, this is like one of the toughest losses that I've ever like experienced, and she's like, you know, you're not supposed to possess people. Like, you're supposed to just experience them while they're here on earth. So to me, that really stuck out to me. I was like, wow, you know, that's so true, because, you know, tomorrow's not promised. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. So it's like, enjoy people while they're here.
Right.
You know, honor them while they're here.
Let them know how much you love them. There's like no amount of times, because like whenever you separate from or lose someone that you love, or that you're just not in their life the same way anymore, you're it's human nature to go back and think of like what you could have done more of, or what you could have given more of. So don't be selfish and, or what's the word? Don't be stingy and like reserved with, you know, showing people how much you care about them, because you don't have it's not like you have an infinite amount of time, you know, to do that.
Absolutely.
You know, so
yeah. So
I don't think there's too many times to tell a person that you love them.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really grow up in like a lovey-dovey like environment where we were all like, it was more like, you know, you knew a person cared about you by the way that they sacrificed and all the things they did for you, which is also important. But like, you know,
that affectionate, like,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with telling a person a million times, you know, that you love them. So that, you know, it's
that
really,
stuck
really
with me. That really stuck with me. I was like, wow, that's true. You know,
I'm possessive, so I didn't like that you can't possess people. I'm like, no, she's
no,
mine.
And I think a lot of people,
you are mine.
And I think a lot of people are like that. Like, a lot of us are like that. But when you think about it, it's like, wow, like,
true,
you know, even if somebody does you wrong, it's just like, you just have to let it go, you know? Because I think we
belong, and to Him we will
return. Yeah,
That's
so
true.
we try to have control about things and over people, but it's like, you can't. And I think that brings you a lot of peace too, when you could just, you know, I just gotta let it go.
That's real.
I have to just enjoy the person.
I'm gonna learn
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on letting go.
Letting go and let God.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, that
did we talk about this?
We
this
did,
week? I'm not the let go person.
We did. But you know, it's a process.
Yeah. It's a journey.
Yeah. So that was good. Wendy.
I know. Well, you know what?
I don't have much to say. I said, listen.
I don't like to get too much. I don't like to get too much into gossip. I don't like to get into it. But Wendy Williams has been an icon in the entertainment industry for a long time. First on radio, now on TV as like the gossip queen. And it's just kind of ironic that now like she's a hot topic herself. She the hot topic.
But you know what it is though? People who always have a lot to say about other people are always the ones who have the most going on in their life. Yeah. Going on. So, but I say if he's been cheating on her for years, apparently like he's had this.
I think she has a complex over him. I don't believe that she's gonna leave him.
No, I do think she's but I mean they've been together they've been married forever. But all I know is if he's been doing this, that's what I'm saying. So if he's been doing this forever, listen, if it's time, then get rid of him.
I support her in whatever she decides to do is her life. She the only one laying down and waking up to Mr. Hunter. If she likes it, then we gotta love it. But I do accept it.
Yeah.
I do wish for her like peace and for her to feel. I mean, I know we just had a conversation about letting go, but for her to feel control over your life at that age, I would hate to be living a life that I feel like I I couldn't design for myself. Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense.
Like, I would hate to be living a life where I feel like I'm being put through all these situations that I don't have control over and I really don't feel like I deserve or appreciate.
Yeah,
you know?
no.
I would want to take control.
And she's that woman. She's that type of woman, though. She's a boss, regardless of what we think about
definitely a boss.
Wendy. She's a boss, so
she's definitely a boss.
I'm sure she's gonna be okay in whatever she does. I don't know
but
how
she
much.
letting people eat off her check.
I don't know how
Even
much.
the mistresses just
Yeah. No, that's true.
You can't be paying the mistress. You can't have a mistress on payroll.
And I think it's also that thing like having a man. You want a man by your side, like you
That's
just
exactly
want.
what
You
it
know what
is.
you don't want to be alone.
People would rather have half a man, somebody else's man, a disrespectful
and putting
man,
up with BS than to not.
no man
Exactly.
at all.
So.
Lord have mercy. It's a word.
It is.
It's a word.
But yeah, and then I don't know how much that has affected her sobriety too. So that probably has had.
I definitely think it probably
you know what I mean?
drove her back into like
exactly.
a
So
tailspin.
if it's gonna keep her,
it's depressing.
Right.
Like who would be happy in that situation?
So if that's gonna bring her back into drinking and doing drugs, then she doesn't need it. Then she might need to let him go. But whatever Wendy wants to do, we wish her.
But
we wish her the best.
She gonna do what she want to do though.
She will. We wish her the best, though.
Miss Wendy Williams Hunter, honey.
Yes.
And Charlamagne, stay out their business.
Ugh,
Stay out.
Don't get me started.
But I know we won't start.
But yeah. Yeah.
So we appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yes. Let us know what you think about any of those topics.
Yes.
And,
like, subscribe, share, comment below, and thank you as always for tuning in.
Yes.
Bye.